Peace and blessings, everyone. I swear one of these days, I think I'm going to just stop talking and never say another word. Just go mute. Because as I always say, truth speaks for itself. And I always just had this fight within myself on speaking on issues, on things. Because I feel it's obvious. The things I speak on, I believe, are obvious. And also, it's already been spoken on. People have already given their opinion about it, about things, and spoken the truth of, of matters. But it just, like I said, it just eats me inside, and I just have to say something. And I guess that could be perceived as a weakness, and maybe it's something I need to work on, and just find more strength in truth, and just not speak on it. Just let it, like I said, just let it speak for itself. That being said, then of course my reason for making this video is because I'm going to run my mouth. I don't know, I get frustrated, and that's the battle. I get frustrated and I get upset, and it's really part because of, I care. I care about you. I care about this world. I care about this people. I care about our suffering. I care. And then part of it is just my wonder, my being in complete awe of my existence in this world, and my trying to understand this world, overstand this world, and to express to you what I see, and it just amazes me. And so I have to speak on things because it just, things I see just seem so ridiculous. So, and I'm probably going to bring in a couple of things here. I just had these things in my mind I want to get out. But let me start with, I watched this program a couple of nights ago on KCE TV, PBS channel, and it was a program about the Mormons. It was over 2 nights, and it was 2 hours, for a total of 4 hours. And just speaking on how it started and whatnot, and where it is today, and their beliefs, and just the whole thing, that goes on. But what really drove me to want to say something is they had talked about, there was a leader of them at one time who had put out a statement saying that black people, the entire black race, were of the devil, that God created blacks to be Satan, and for the express purpose of balancing out good and evil, so that everything works out. Like I said, so there's that yin and yang. Blacks were made to be Satan, so that it works out, and then there's salvation in. Now, I heard this off and on, I don't know, over the years now, that there was something going on with the Mormons concerning blacks. So, like I said, they covered it in this program. But then what ended up happening is that I want to say, when was it? I'm about to get these years dates, these years incorrect. It's either 70s or 90s. When, no, it was recently that, the church leaders got together within the church, got together and spoke with God, and it was decided that that doctrine was going to be put aside, right? It's no longer good. But, but this is the thing. Okay, they're saying this, but if this was part of your belief, then it causes a problem. Because one, you're saying, oh, well, now God says, oh, no, never mind, forget that. Forget what I said. Take that back. Okay? So if that's true, then what does that mean? Because now you're saying that God's saying that Satan is a more than, in essence. Right? You're saying that God changed his mind about Satan. And then that sort of destroys the whole foundation of their religion. Any religion that preaches salvation always pits good against evil, good against bad. And if you're saying that God did away with the bad aspect, the emissary, then what is the need for salvation then? So then that can't be true, really. I mean, these leaders really didn't go in there and speak to God, and God didn't tell them that blacks are no longer Satan. So they have to be lying, right? They have to be lying, or delusional, whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? Or it has to be God no longer is having blacks be Satan, but is making another race of people be Satan. And then but the Mormons aren't speaking on that. Hope you get what I'm getting at. Because and then for me, in essence, I see it as bullshit. All right? And for any black to be a Mormon, I find utterly ridiculous. Because the leader said that you were Satan. All blacks were Satan. Now they got together, and really, you know, more than anything, it's going to be political pressure, social pressure of not discriminating against people. And all of a sudden, God changed his ways. He changed his mind. It doesn't compute. It doesn't make sense. I guess theologically, common sense, because we're saying religion is that God does everything for a reason. Once again, going to religions of salvation, you have to have the good and evil. So God made it evil so that it battles against the good. But then all of a sudden, he changes his mind, but everything stays the same. Right? It's fine if he'll say, okay, we'll get rid of Satan, and then just bring, you know, heaven into being, heaven on earth, and everything's fine, but everything's still the same. So somebody's bullshitting somewhere. Like I said, for any black to be a Mormon, I can't understand that. I hope a Mormon sees this and comments lets them know, and especially a black Mormon. Because I hope you see what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. You should be asking your leaders exactly how they came to this conclusion that God said that you're no longer Satan. Because in essence, either they're lying or once again they're crazy. Maybe just they're lying, and then you have to think that as a black being Mormon, you have to think, well, maybe they're just lying to you. In essence, they're setting you up because you're gonna be Satan, and in the end, you're gonna go to hell. But they're just placating you because of social pressure. Because you will still have to be Satan. Do you get what I'm saying? And so then, to go beyond just the black Mormons, any Mormon, you have these people who all of a sudden are saying that God changed his mind. These people who hold themselves to be next to God, and they're saying that God changed his mind about something, and then you accept it. When what could be going on is that they're setting you up for failure too, because now you're going against God, what God wants you to do, or what God says, and you just following what the leaders say. And then that happens in all religions. You just go with what our leaders say, or your leaders say. Your preacher says, you know, God told them, God guided them. But why the fuck doesn't God talk to you? Ask that. And I say he does. You know. And always remember, you know, when I criticize these religions and I judge, I do it in truth. Right? Remember, everything I say within the ignorance of my mind and my knowledge. I am ignorant. And so when I speak, I only try to speak in truth. A lot is